Hello, my dear Taurus. This is your love and spirituality reading for the mid-month of August 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I read for the signs in order of most liked videos, so don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for your sign. And you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I am super grateful for all of your appreciation. The reading can go both ways, so the message is for the people who watch it. So if you cross-watch for another sign and recognize yourself as the main person in the reading, hello Isabella and Lynn, just trust your own intuition and you'll get the message you need. For this reading, I used Osho Zen Tarot by Deva Padma. I have been using it since 1995, and this deck has been my main source of inspiration to read tarot in the way I do. So I will make a shorter 5-card spread for you to make it more digestible. And I will start shuffling your cards. So when I open the deck here, hello Kali. I see the Magician, existence in the reversed, and abundance. You want instead of what you don't want. But with the King of Coins, it seems like you are well off right now. You are in a sweet spot for some reason. Okay, so I pull the Divine with Love and Light, and here we have participation for Wands with the Abundance card in reversed. The King of Pentacles, that is. So participation is the foundation. It might be your house, it might be a marriage. It's kind of the harvest festival when we celebrate everything that's inside of our barns, and that we can finally relax and feel at peace with everything. Our relationship is committed. All the people in our family, everyone is in harmony. We take each other's hands and contribute to something greater. So it's a very beautiful card, and it's also talking about self-love. And the Abundance card in reverse, it might be that you feel a little bit disconnected from everything that you have, or that you can't fully appreciate it, or you can't you're worrying what's going to happen when the harvest is in the barn. Is it going to catch fire, or is something going to happen? So it might be that that you forget to enjoy the riches in your life and the beautiful relationship you have. Instead of chasing after the one you can't have, you might need to start to celebrate the ones you have, and start to live in joyful abundance with everything that's already there, and like fully enjoy it instead of chasing what can be for you tomorrow. Okay, so I called for archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we have success together with the Abundance card. Some of you might be dealing with another Taurus, or maybe a Capricorn or a Virgo, but I'm thinking this is mostly about you. Maybe you have installed more of your masculinity inside of you, being male or female, doesn't matter. If you are better now to take care of yourself and put boundaries, that is to be more masculine. Also being able to be more stubborn, or to stand up for your own, what you want, or believing in your own authority, for example. And here you have success, so that's the Six of Wands. So these two cards together shows that you have been very successful in something. It's something that is very worth celebrating. Six of Wands is when we are like a leader for our group of people, and we have responsibility to make win-win situations for each and every one. So it might be that a lot of people is looking up to you, for example. So if you are doing great and appreciating and feeling gratitude for your life, everyone else is going to start to do the same that you do. So it's like you have a lot of eyes on you right now, and if you succeed with this, to start to be happy with what you have, and therefore becoming blissfully happy overall, and that is opening up for new abundance, new happy opportunities. Because when we are in tune with happiness and bliss and peacefulness and harmony, and more peacefulness and bliss and harmony will come into our lives. Six of Wands, it might also mean that you have done something that's very worth, again, celebrating, but it's something like more an achievement, not something you have been given or something you have built, but more like recognition, that someone has recognized maybe your own ability, or you have done this, you have recognized that, okay, I did this good, I was good with this, and it was a success, and I'm happy. So even if it has been something that maybe it can have been some kind of conflict or disruptions, but nevertheless you made it through. With Ten of Wands, it's a card about not telling the truth fully. It doesn't mean like really lying. It's more that you feel that the truth would disrupt something or destroy something, or maybe you don't want to admit to feeling angry, for example, or feeling strong passion, or feeling strong love, or feeling strong resentment. So it's something like you try to master yourself. You try to be like a person that can hold yourself back, okay? And usually this comes for people that wants to be very humble or gracious, or it comes for people that doesn't want people to know everything about them, like they don't want to show vulnerability, they want to show only the strong sides with themselves, so that people can't expose them, or so it's people that's rather protective of themselves. Okay, so where were I? I want my dear Taurus to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So soon it will be ready and there. Okay, beautiful. So, my dear Taurus, now I'm just going to tune into you on your energy this second half of August 2018. Hello, gratitude. Oh. So this is your reading there, and this is the bottom of the deck. So it shows compromises in the reversed, and it's like a situation where you are friends with someone, or you have a close connection to this person, or it might be that you have a project together, a love relationship together, children together, and it's some kind of imbalance. Maybe you have been forced to put your foot down to restore balance, but it's like the issue is still there. It's like you can't really get over this situation. Maybe you wanted balance, you just wanted the other person to pick up where you left off. You wanted, maybe you put a boundary and you wanted the other person to take on what you left, so that the relationship could continue, but maybe they didn't, and this is like a little bit of disappointment, maybe, in that there's no justice in the world, or people are not really helpful, or you might feel that why is it only you that bothers with taking care of things or relationships, and why doesn't the other people apply themselves, or it might be that you feel that people doesn't really understand you, but it's in the bottom of the deck, so it's usually a significator kind of telling you that this is something that you might need to live with for a while, that maybe everything can't be in harmony. Maybe you can't be friends with everyone, not even the most important people in your life sometimes, but you can be grateful for the relationship that actually works and the situation that actually works. Hello, Lisa. So, okay, and that's in the bottom of the deck, and this is your actual reading there, but I will check this too. And we have silence here, so it's the star card, and the star card, it's about hope. So if there's some kind of situation, it might be a work situation as well, that does feel a little bit like not really fair, or you can't seem to get people to notice how you are applying yourself, or how you are like really making an effort, or maybe other people doesn't make the effort, or you feel that they don't make an effort, but yet there's hope for this situation if it's something that's worrying you. um, yes, the Capricorn reading was the first one I did. It wasn't live, but it's up on my channel. So okay, so this is you right now, and this is your past, and this is your future, and this is the past of your, it can be a mission of yours, or some challenge you have gone through, or some person or circumstance, or how the divine has worked together with you, and this is the future of said situation. This is you right now, and we have the beautiful card of creativity here. Someone else got it too. Maybe it was Scorpio. Okay, in this position actually. So this is a wonderful card. It's both Taurus and it's Venus, this card, and it's the Empress. So it's nature, it's resources, it's what's keeping us alive, it's what sustains life. Hello, Jen. And yes, this is for Taurus, but someone asked about Capricorn reading, so I had to answer. So creativity, it's about having natural resources, or being a natural resource, actually being able to create whatever you want in your life. But we still had a magician in reverse, so you have all the opportunities and all the possibilities and all the resources. You just need to know how to aim your energy, and gratitude is a very great tool for this. If you can be more grateful for what you have, and like once upon a time you were in a situation where you were maybe very young, you wanted your own apartment, you wanted your own place. Now you have got it, maybe, and you're starting to take this for granted, but once it was a big achievement. So I'm meaning this kind of thing, to start to get back the gratitude, because not because someone is snarky and awaiting your apology for not being attentive enough to what they have given you, but more put yourself in a state where you are ready to receive more of this kind of abundance. So when we are grateful for things, we also become harmonious inside of us, and we start to vibrate with the same frequency that is abundance. So it's not because you need to pay something or be grateful, so people won't be angry with you. It's more a state of mind that makes you open to receive more abundance. So creativity is a very beautiful card. It's a very mature card, and it's very unconditional, loving, warm, generous, and it's stable. It's not a particularly flaky card, so it shows a lot of maturity, calm, like being able to be calm, find inner peace, find inner harmony, being able to build on your the future, the thing that you want. It might also talk about pregnancy, or having to nurture forward a new project, or a new love, or a new career, something that you need to create with your visions and your longings, like where your life longs to be aimed, where you put your energy is the things that's going to grow. So if you put your energy into complaining, or feeling that someone has done you wrong, this energy will repeat itself in your life. But if you put your energy towards what you really want, and just steadily, very Taurus-like, move towards that, it's going to be created in your life. So this is a very beautiful position for you, where you are ready to make your dreams come true. So it's beautiful. Okay. So that was you now, and this is your past, and we have nothingness, and it's actually Taurus this too. This is Taurus for me because I'm thinking the time might have gone backwards for a very, very long time ago. Maybe it was Taurus, Aries, Pisces, and now it's the other way around. So, and this is how the time is moving now. It's moving, this is number 5, so it's the month May, and it's you, okay? And nothingness, it's talking about God. It's talking about the divine mother, kind of. Nothingness is when you sleep, a dreamless sleep. You don't exist, kind of. Your body is there, but there's no body home, and you are not in a dream. You are back kind of with source energy. And when we wake up, we come back to consciousness, and then we are something, or we can perceive something. But when we are in nothingness, we are nowhere to be found, kind of. So we are back in the loving arms of the universe. So this is everything was built from this. Like God opened his or her eyes, or Mother, Father, God opened their eyes, and that was when there was the first morning. And I can also see with the Big Bang exploding, it's like when God opened their eyes, and then we are going out, experience a lot of things, and when we are tired of it, we go back to oblivion, to nothingness. And it's like the breath out and the breath in. Universe expand, universe explodes and withdraws, maybe, or just disappears in a black hole. Anyway, this is also the gap between words, okay? When there's nothing, there's just silence. So I want you to start to listen for the gap between the words, like the situations where I'm talking now, and then you see this little pause between my words. If you can focus more on that pause, also in your life, because then you will find inner peace. But this card is in the reverse, so it's more talking about the human side of things. Humans are sparkles of God, that's here, like pioneers on the frontier, expanding ourselves, expanding God, getting more knowledge, reaching to new corners of our own awareness, learning more about ourselves, expanding our awareness. So we bring all this back to God, to the central sun, or how we want to perceive it. And with the five, the high priest, kind of in the reverse, it's like you're breaking free from society. It's we can't stay with the 10 commandments that was written on clay tablets for so many thousand years ago. We are constantly evolving. Also, God is evolving, and we have much higher moral standards than what we had once in the beginning of time. So if we read the Old Testament of the Bible, or some parts of the Quran, we will have a better moral value now. We don't stone people to death, for example. So society, this is like our society, our authorities needs to constantly develop and be challenged. And I'm thinking that this is what you have been doing here. You're starting to love yourself more and aim towards your individual wants and needs and moral values, and you are going to create something that's uniquely you, and it's like something is growing into something that we have never seen before. So it's something fresh and new, something totally new under the sun. So it's very beautiful and it's very spiritual. These are both Taurus, and it's major arcana cards. So it's talking about you being in tune with your highest destiny here, even if you have done revolution against something that held you back in old moral codes and values, old ways of seeing things, like Old Testament style, eye for an eye, or you should be this, or you should do that. Here, you kind of don't care anymore, and it's no bitterness. It's not like, well, I did revolution and now I'm free. It's more like, I am growing, I am expanding, I'm feeling that this is a good thing. So you don't have like bad consciousness for the old values or the old situation which you leave behind, because you know that this is going to be good for everyone, also the one that you have outgrown. Maybe they want to keep you trapped by, for example, shame is a big thing with the high priest, like over functioning, being the best, while the other one can't never live up to these kind of expectations. So it's like with the priest in a congregation. Everyone thinks that he is kind of a replacement of God, and if he sees what you are doing, you will be ashamed. But here, that kind of thing is disappearing. It's dissolving because you learn to tap into your godliness yourself. So it's very beautiful, this what's going on. It's some kind of inner transformation where you're starting to trust yourself much more, and you're dropping old values, old ways of doing things or thinking about things beautifully. So it's like when someone has shaved off all their hair and feeling free and new and prosperous, and no one knows what can happen. It's like this vibrating of hope in the air here. So, and this is your future, and we have letting go here. So this is the dropping, of course, not the dropping, yeah, you know, but how you have been dropping old things. And it might be also when we are talking about being anal, like maybe before you were a bit, you tried to do everything perfect so everyone would like you, and you tried to be like a person that could fulfill everyone's needs, and especially the needs of society or how other people viewed you. But here it's kind of you don't care. Okay, 8 of Cups, it's when it's connected to the Strength card. So it's about becoming more your soul on earth. Listen more to your instincts, knowing that they come directly from God, from source, because you are a sparkle of God. And here you just drop the old things that have put so much demands on you. Yes, it's you have been put so much demands on you by outside forces trying to make them happy. But here you kind of you step out into the nothingness. We see the darkness here again. So you connect with God. You don't need to follow human rules and regulations anymore. Of course, you're not supposed to murder people or drive very fast with your car. So there's still things, if you feel a bad consciousness, that's how you educate yourself, or how your soul educates itself, because when you start to second guess, oh, maybe I did something wrong. But this, I'm talking about other kind of things where you can wear whatever you like have whatever clothes you like, really stand up for what you believe in. Don't care anymore if you are dating someone inappropriate, or if you are quitting your job, not doing your services anymore that you were supposed to do. It's like you're breaking free, and you're breaking free to become more your spiritual self. So it's very beautiful. And the 8 of Cups, traditionally, it's a card about being like a burnout, okay, and finally realizing that I can't do this anymore. It's taking too much of my energy. To be your natural self is not taking any of your energy. To pretend to be something that you're not and trying to live up to people's expectations will burn your energy in a great haste. So this is you understanding that you need to act more natural, become more yourself, and therefore you're just dropping the act. You're dropping everything where you have tried to get your mother-in-law to love you, or you have tried to always have harmony in your relationship. You never said a word about what you really feel, but now you will, because you will follow your natural feelings about things, like how you naturally want things to be. So very very beautiful. It's this is source, and here's you're returning to source. This is the source in the reverse, so it's like man-made rules and regulation, and here you're returning. It's like this breath out and in. So I'm thinking you're getting back to your true self. Very beautiful, and it feels like you can breathe again. So this is the past of the circumstance, or the mission, or the person that you have been with, or the situation you have been in. And it's the past lives card, so yet another major arcana card. So it's talking about big spiritual things, or big it's things happening on a worldly level that's affecting you too. So you're really being in tune with the great transformations of the whole world, not only you but also the earth. So you're very like, it's like you're connected upwards, and this is past lives, so it's talking about your memories, and this is your memories is past lives. It's also memories from childhood. It's like the subconscious or the Akasha Chronicles. I'm thinking it's connected very much to the Earth's grid. This is like Mother Earth, and she has a magnetic field around her, where I think all our memories are saved. And sometimes this magnetic field is disrupted or changed or go in reverse, and this can make us forget about things, and it can make us remember things we have totally forgotten. So you might start to remember things that has been happening to you in past lives, in childhood, and things like this. It's coming to surface. It wants to be digested and let go of. For some of you, it might be deep depression, or you might have people in your surrounding that's very deep depressed or very much lost in the forest. So you might be dealing with people that can't really deal with the reality of what's going on with you. For example, in a relationship, this would be a person that maybe feel very sad and accuses you for things that has nothing to do with you. It's something that have happened to them in childhood, for example, or in a past life, and they are so fearful of repeating this that they are accusing their surrounding for wanting to repeat this, and eventually it will actually repeat because we put so much energy into it. What the divine wants with this, we had a lunar eclipse with a blood full moon with the lunar eclipse recently. So a lot of old stuff will come up and show itself. What the divine wants with this is you just staying with whatever frequency that comes. Someday you will feel depressed, someday you will feel very happy and giddy, someday you will feel like you are going to die, other days you are going to feel like nobody loves me, next day you are going to feel like the whole world loves you, and just feel all the feelings, because it's like you're downloading stuff of the past or memories. It's like you're downloading everything that you once knew. Okay, so it will make you super wise and super powerful, but in the meantime, while the downloading is happening, you will feel like you're a little bit crazy, or people will act crazy in your life, overreact to things, or see things that's not there, accusing you of things that's not really was not at all on your mind. But it's just try to not take it so personally, because it's a very disrupting time for people, and they are remembering things like this, and it's usually rather intense anyway, how we are projecting things onto others, or how we are being projected onto. People are not really seeing the person that they are with, they are seeing their father or their sister or their lover from a past life. So putting a lot of qualities, personal qualities, on a person that's not really theirs. We can also, if we are very loving, beautiful people, we can see also people that's not really loving and beautiful as loving and beautiful, because we are projecting ourselves onto them. Or the other way around, we see them as crooks because we ourselves feel like we are crooks. But here it's just about remembering, putting this, all what you have been through. It's like you're collecting, it's like you are packing before a trip, and you need to pack with you all your stuff, because you're going to move. You're going to move to another location, so you're packing your old like soul parts that you have lost. You are taking them in, and they might be very hurt and traumatized, so it will feel bad, but you need to pack them too, because you can't leave them here. You will have your energy scattered all over universe. So you're packing all these things, all the things that you have remembered about living on earth, all the lifetimes you have had. It's like the memories coming back to you. It doesn't have to come as actual memories. It more comes as different feelings just flickering by like this. And you just need to let them flicker by, because they are being collected in your trunk that you will take with you. So it's like you're becoming more whole before a journey or a shift, dimensional shift maybe, or a shift to a new earth. That's probably a new dimension. You need everything with you. So it's just don't don't connect so much with your feelings that one day you want to die and the next day you want to bring down the sun. It's just old memories. So just feel them, let them rush through. If you think that this is your spiritual canal inside of you, like a light canal, all these memories is coming through right now. And it's like they're being birthed back to memory through you. So, okay. And this is the future of this situation. Yes, exhaustion. So you need to be a little bit careful, or that, because you have two cards here indicating exhaustion or being burnout. But what this card is actually saying is that the energy will be exhausting, but it's actually like you're pumping up oil from bottom of oil deposit, and it's actually going to give you a lot of energy. Because you're getting back your parts of your soul and back parts of you that has been missing, and it's part of your life force. So when you're getting it back, you will have more energy, you will become a more powerful soul. But those parts are traumatized, so you might feel exhaustion or a lot of difficult feelings and feeling like the world is against you, because maybe parts of you that has been executed or harassed in some way, or very unjustly treated in your different past life is coming back to you. So this is a reading for Taurus. Barbara asked, so this is a reading for Taurus. And here with this exhaustion card, it's like you're taking up strength, and it's almost like you are becoming a soldier of some sort. I don't want you to be too much in resistance towards this and feel like wasting a lot of energy on to being depressed or to feel like the world is against you. Try to tune in with this feeling that I said from the beginning. Be grateful for what you already have. Be grateful for the relationship that is in your life instead of seeking those that doesn't work. Be grateful for your house, your work. You don't have to be grateful for things you don't like, but the things you like, focus on them, because that might take you through this phase of downloading all these old things, and make you find a vibration which you can create a beautiful future with when you have actually retrieved all this soul energy back to you. And if you're dealing with another person, it might be that they love you very dearly, because we have the creativity card here, but they are going through some stuff right now, so it's no use on putting more restraint on them or more like obligations on them. They are probably not going to be able to live up to your expectations. So try to focus on your own life and your own like self-love, and what you want to build for yourself, and try to be less worried about what other people do or don't do. Focus on yourself, and put yourself in a very peaceful vibration by being in gratitude. You don't have to give the gratitude to anyone. It's not like someone is watching and waiting for you to finally be grateful. It's not like that. Gratitude is a very blissful vibration that will make you being open for creating more of bliss in your life. So it's very egocentric to be to be grateful, because it's actually going to help you. You're totally along. So I'll read a little bit of this Empress card for you to tell you, so you can see this beautiful energy that you have in your life right now, and that you don't want to waste. Okay, so from the alchemy of fire and water below, to the divine light entering from above, the figure in this card is literally possessed by the creative force. Really, the experience of creativity is an entry into the mysterious. Technique, expertise, and knowledge are just tools. The key is to abandon oneself to the energy that fuels the birth of all things. And you are actually tapped into this energy here, even if it feels, it might feel like being on a stream with only a little canoe and a waterfall is getting closer. So just hang on. This energy has no form or structure, yet all the forms and structures comes out of it, the nothingness. It makes no difference what particular form your creativity takes. It can be painting or singing, planting a garden, or making a meal. The important thing is to be open to what wants to be expressed through you. Remember that we don't possess our creation, they do not belong to us. True creativity arises from a union with the divine, with the mystical and the unknowable. Then it is both a joy for the creator and a blessing for others when it comes to life. So, you have something important, as I said, that wants to be birthed forward, but it seems right now that it's mostly strength and collecting your soul, bringing it together, healing parts of yourself that's traumatized by just staying with that energy, rolling out the red carpet to it, even if it's like some part of you that feels excruciating pain. You just stay with it. You roll out the red carpet, feel the pain, just stay with it, be with that. It's like being with your lost soul part and saying they're there they're there, and just, you know, being with someone that's hurting, and then they will come back to you, and all the knowledge that that soul part had will be a part of your knowledge. So it's worth something. It's beautiful, but it's not without without problems. Okay, it's going to be very intense energies. Okay. So I'm going to take a Sacred Rebel Oracle card for you. As I said in the beginning, this is the Osho Zen Tarot by Deva Padma. It's a very spiritual deck. I've been using it since 1995, so I learned a lot about Taurus and also spiritual growth from this. It's a Zen connected deck. Yes, focus on the light. Focus on the things that's beautiful in your life, that's really giving you something. I will read this card for you. It's number 37. 3 plus 7 is 10, so it's the Wheel of Fortune. So it's what's going to come next when you are collecting your energy, starting to vision what it is that you want to create in your life. Stay in gratitude and peace and harmony. Don't worry so much of what you don't have, or people that doesn't cooperate. Just stay in this beautiful energy, and you will be able to start to really create beautiful things in your life. The Wheel of Fortune, the synchronicity universe will help you. So a tremendous force of light is gathering around you. It is attracted to the purity of your intention to create from your heart. As your intention grows, so does the light. As the light grows, so does your intention. Magic wants to happen for you now. The synchronicity, perfect timing, opportunities, and information that are needed will seem to be drawn right to your door. You may start to feel as if you cannot walk outside without stumbling into something helpful, wonderful, and inspiring. You might be startled as this interplay of light with your heart evokes many new successes and attracts an abundance of opportunities your way. You may need to adjust as the field of light grows stronger and its effects becomes more palpable. It may bring rather dramatic improvements into your world, and you may be uncomfortable, feel out of your depth with these changes. This would be understandable, but it would be a shame for you to hold on to the resistance for anything more than a brief moment. Any resistance or fear will inhibit the continuing free flow of the light so that it can manifest its beauty through you in the physical world where it is needed. It is best to stay focused on your pure heart and intention. Just allow all else to happen of its own accord without making it mean anything too personal. Simply let it be the working of the great light of love flowing through a pure heart and touching let's see here, the world. Even if the light is drawn to you and flows through you, has some dazzling effects, you don't have to get caught up in it. Doing so might start you worrying that you are unworthy, or that you are unable to keep up, or that you will lose this thing. This worry will constrict possibilities rather than allowing the free flow of the light. You have permission simply to be appreciative of the light and to enjoy it as you continue to focus on what really matters, the pure intention of your heart and your desire to create. If you are not sure what this means or how it would look on a practical level, consider this example. A service-oriented business becomes very successful financially and gains considerable commercial power, which can be used to help promote its message or assist other organizations in gaining exposure to the public. Of course, that power could be used in less pure ways, such as boosting personal ego rather than promoting the agenda of the heart. Power games and politics might start erupting as the people grab for their share, and suddenly the purity of the project begins to crumble. Sometimes success can be like a powerful mirror and a shining searchlight as it shows up what was already within someone or a group of people. Under the spotlight of success, it is more intense, amplified, and obvious. This can give us an opportunity to sow the seeds of our own destruction or to work on what arises from a heart-centered perspective to create a firmer foundation that supports even greater attainment. This oracle brings a message. Don't be distracted by other paths around you at this time, as you are too close to succeeding on the one you are on now. Diluting your energies in the pursuit of too much will slow down your success, and the world needs your light to shine sooner rather than later. In time, you may diversify and explore other ways to express yourself, but for now, build what you are working on, and now the success is coming swiftly. So that was a beautiful message for you, Taurus, and it shows that if you stay in this energy of bliss, peaceful harmony, don't think so much about your problems. Put more energy in thinking about your successes or what's actually working out or the bliss you already have in your life, and this will, what wants to come true here will come more easily. And it's like you're downloading it also from the past. So it might be that you're writing something like your family's history, or you are collecting some talents here that will be very useful in the future, because we deny parts of ourselves and we put them in the shadow, or we can't take them out. They are in the bottom of the well because they are traumatized. But if we can take them out and heal them, we will also get all of the talents and all of the resources that's with this source. So it's like you're downloading. Some of you might be like downloading something from the divine, like a painting, or it might be a history, a book maybe, or it might be like music, or something like an idea, much like what Tesla came with. He just downloaded things straight from the ether, from the Akasha Chronicle, and from the divine, and from the subconscious, and it was amazing. And this is much what I'm seeing you doing now. It's just that you need to be able to deal with this high energy that can sometimes also be, as I said, traumatized or very painful. To work on your inner peace of mind and stay in gratitude will be the most important thing. It doesn't mean that you need to throw out people that is hurting like this. You don't need to suffer for them. You can keep the loving energy towards them and say, this too will pass, and I'm with you all the way. You don't have to yes, this is so sad and this is a bad thing and it's awful and I hope it would never have happened. Be more like, everything happens for a reason. We will take each other through this. We will fix it. So stay in like a positive attitude. This is more helpful than to mourn together with someone about something that has already happened, or that's about to happen, and that's kind of destiny. We will lose everything when we are in an earthly realm. We will be gaining everything, and then we will lose everything. So this is the rules of this planet. We can't really cry. We can cry over it, and we give homage to it, like honor. If we lost a person, for example, we cry and cry and cry in circles. Sometimes we're happy, then we are crying, and then we are happy, and then we are crying. And this is the grief process, and it's a homage to what that person meant for you in your life. It's showing love. To just not care and move on, it's not love, and it's not prosperous for you. But to be in this state of, why did this happen, or not accepting it, that is disrupting and not very good for your creation. So accepting that you lost something and that you loved it so much and you would have liked to keep it, but it was not for yours to keep. And you will lose everything, your body, your work, your money. 100 years from now, someone else will be living in your home, or maybe it won't be there at all. So we are just visitors. Your energy is eternal. Your all these past lives is one evidence for that. But you are here now, and what you're doing now is very important. So don't lose focus and try to stay in a beautiful vibration inside of yourself, and something will happen here that will, it will like burst out in a big cascade of successful things for you. So it feels very blissful, and it's like it's suddenly you 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 are in a, in a landslide of beautiful opportunities. Before you were a little bit stuck, but because you were unable to receive. But if you focus on gratitude, you will start to heal this karma, this Taurus karma with not being able to receiving, because you have, as I said before in earlier readings, you have said a lot of poverty promises and like being nuns and monks, because your superpower was money and success. But now you're allowed to return to money and success. So that's the bliss. You just need to use it wisely. Okay. So my dear Taurus, I hope this helped. I want you to take really good care, and I want to welcome you back to my September reading that I will perform in the middle of August. So until then, take really good care of yourself and your energy, your inner peace, and enjoy the summer. Okay. Bye bye.